15 weeks ago, I wrapped up my summer-autumn marathon training block with a 2:44 at Abingdon Marathon. 2 weeks later, with some marathon fitness still in the body, I tested myself out over a 5k time trial around my local industrial estate, clocking a 16:20, my fastest ever 5k time on this route. I then took 3 very relaxed weeks before deciding to drop in a half marathon around Battersea Park to kickstart this training block. It ended up going better than expected, and I managed a sub 75-minute effort, clocking 74:51 in weather conditions that were less than ideal. I then locked into a 12-week training block building towards the Alicante half marathon on February the 16th, with the goal to beat my current half marathon PB of 73:54. But the real question is, do I think I'm in PB shape? Well, with less than 2 weeks to go, I can safely say it's been a journey. I haven't quite hit the 60+ mile weeks that I wanted to back to back to back. However, bar Christmas week, which was a little bit lower, I have stacked up some consistent training that I'm extremely happy of. And if I think about it, I'm pretty damn proud of this block. And I had one more big workout to do to really test my fitness and give me an indication to see if I'm in PB shape. I had 2 really good tune-up races which gave me some good indications that fitness was at an all-time high. But what I wanted to do in my long run was test out my endurance. Plan of attack was to increase the long run warm-up and then get into some half marathon work. The goal was to finish that workout after the half marathon distance, i.e. I wanted to have run over 13.1 miles before the workout had finished, so I still had 2 or 3 reps at the end to really push myself. And there will be one last test of fitness after this one. I'll share that with you at the end, but for now, should we see how we got on? Let's roll the tape. All right, here we go. Let's test the fitness. Long warm up, 3x2k around half marathon effort, 6x1k quicker cool down. So it's time to find out what I am made of. This training block has gone really well. Week 4 was when things started to feel back to normal post-marathon training. Week 7, when we had the Linda Franks race, was really the week that I felt like I leveled up. We've now had 2 really strong races, and as of today, on this workout, we are 2 weeks and 1 day away from race day. Now technically it's my long run day, but I've taken this week a little bit easier because of those back-to-back races with just 1 workout midweek. So today is about specificity. It's why I'm tacking on a long warm-up first. It's going to be about 6 miles before we get into the workout. The workout itself is 12k, which means we'll cover sort of just over 7 miles of work, not including the recoveries. So, and then we'll do a couple of miles cool down, hoping for 15-16 miles for the day with some good quality in there. And a reminder, absolutely no heroes today. The 2Ks, half marathon effort, the 1Ks slightly quicker. I do not need to hit specific paces on the K reps afterwards. All I want to do is have run 6 miles now, easy, steady, 6k worth of work, so 3.5 miles at half marathon effort, and then I just want to see if I can pick it up. I do not care about anything else. You'll think I'm weird, but of course I work in miles, so all I'll be looking at on my watch on the K reps when they beep to tell me I'm done is what the average minute per mile pace was, and as long as that is faster than what the 2k reps were, I am happy. And I have 2.5 miles left of this warm-up. We're heading down to the industrial estate. We have a tailwind headwind situation going on. We will work to our best ability. Let's get into this. Lock in, focus. Let's see what we're made of. Okay, it's going to be around 5.7 miles. We're going in about 30 seconds. Headwind this way. I'm running into the wind now, so it's going to be interesting. Let's lock in. Let's get this one done. We go, first 2k rep done, 5:40 per mile, so it was okay. Strong wind coming out this way, so I'll take it, but I hope we improve. I hope that was just a bit of a warm-up rep, we'll see. Super, rep 2 done, 5:37 per mile. Thoughts, it's windy. I was 5:35 all the way until I got to here and turned up here.
and hit the cross headwind. So yeah, the way out, I've got to take a bit off for the wind, not bust the gut on this too, because it's out that way again, and not stress, and save some for the Ks. Right, 5:37 for that last one, so pretty good, very happy into the wind. And now I've already run 10 miles, including those 2Ks, so it's time to see literally what we've got left for these Ks. If I can get it quicker than 5:37, we have done the job. There we go, first two done. 5:32 per mile, 5:33 per mile, 4 to go. There we go, reps 3 and 4, 5:30. 2 or 3 I think, and then 5:30 for that last one. This is spectacular and nothing short of. I am over the moon. 2 more, I've run 13.22 miles, so we're over the half marathon distance with 2K reps to go. Wow, 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 there we go. 5:26 pace and 5:24. So I'm pretty sure that is 1:11 half marathon pace squeezed down at the end. I'm not saying that's what I'm gonna run because I'm not in that shape, but to be able to pick that up, I don't know if you can see, 14.90 just here. We've run 14.9 miles, so just coming up to 15, and to pick it up at that pace in the 13th and 14th mile is, wow, honestly, this is the validation I was looking for. So I think what I'm allowing myself to be now is confident, and of course you can't mistake that for arrogance. It's just something that I've lacked so much, and I've talked about it a lot on the channel over the last year and a half, and I've really tried to be a lot more positive and tell myself I am in shape, I can do it, and not talk myself out of it before I've even got to the start line, because I used to do that all the time. So I knew after Linda Franks I was in good shape, but a 5 mile race doesn't equate to a fast half marathon necessarily. But the Boddington 10 kind of gave me validation that I was in good shape, and today to do what I wanted, which is a long warm-up, steady warm-up, and then execute half marathon effort out here in the wind, and then knock out those K reps quicker afterwards, I'm very happy. So I'm going to do 2 miles cool down, which I've nearly done one of them already, to go to 17 miles, and that really is going to be, well, I've got one more decent sized session left next week, and that will be it. Everything else will be shorter and faster.
So there we go, that couldn't have gone better, to be honest with you. You've probably picked up on quite a confident vibe throughout this video. I'm trying to be confident and allow myself to feel confident, because I think if that happens, I can hopefully rock up on race day and do something good. What I have to remember though is I've given myself a few chances at a shot at a PB. Obviously we've got the Alicante half marathon in 2 weeks time. This is the goal, this is the focus and I'm not looking anywhere else. But I have to remember, I'm going to a warmer climate and this race does have over 400 foot of elevation, and a lot of it is in the first half of the race. In fact, I think in the first 3 or 4 miles. So if it doesn't go to plan there, then of course I've got Newport Half Marathon 2 weeks later, and after that, if it doesn't go to plan there, I've also booked in to the Fission Half Marathon towards the end of March. Now, I mentioned at the start of the video, I've got one last fitness test, which I'm really excited to share with you. By the way, this video isn't sponsored, and I'm not making this a sponsored section, but I do just want to say Coros have been supporting me throughout this training block. I've been so grateful using their Pace Pro and of course their arm heart rate monitor. And again, just like in this video, you've seen me use it, so I just wanted to give them a quick shout out and a massive thanks. Don't forget, there will be a link in the description if you're interested in picking this one up. I do really recommend their products, and as I said, and I've said it in all the training series videos, I am really excited to take these products moving forward into my summer training, where I will be chasing down that sub 16-minute 5k. Speaking of which, I'm going to be putting in one last hard 5k effort before this training block ends. So it's going to be probably on the Saturday, on the weekend. I'm going to be doing exactly what I did 13 weeks ago when I did that 5k time trial post-marathon when I ran the 16:20. I'm excited to go. I'm going to do it exactly the same again, the same route. I'll check the weather, make sure it's all okay. It's not too windy because the industrial estate is quite susceptible to wind. So I might move it around here or there, but it certainly won't be after Saturday, that's for sure. If it doesn't happen before Saturday, then it won't happen at all. But I do want to try and get one done just to see where fitness is at. I said at the beginning of this training block, I wanted to do a 5k at the start, and then I would have loved to have done one around Christmas time. It just didn't work out, but I did want to do one towards the end of the block to see where fitness is at. I don't want to jeopardize the half marathon, of course, which is why I won't do it within 7 days of the race. However, I am excited to go and get it done. I have in the past done a 5k before a bigger race, sort of 7, 8, 9 days out, and it's worked really well. So I'm going to give it a go and see what we can do there. And I guess what's left for the rest of the block? Well, of course, we are rolling down into Alicante. I'll be flying out there next Wednesday, so I'm only, when you see this, it will be 8 days away from when I'm flying. I've got a couple of workouts this week, which are going to be slightly smaller. We're shrinking the volume of those down, so I start to freshen up, and then I'll do one next week on the Tuesday before I fly out there on the Wednesday, and that'll be it. I won't do any more. I might do some longer strides when I get out there on the Thursday, for example, but other than that, that will be it. I'm really going to start backing off. I've put a lot of intensity in this block. It's really paid off. I don't want to overcook myself, so we'll get this week done a lot calmer, smaller workouts, and we'll see how we feel rolling into that 5k. So we'll wrap this one up there. I appreciate your support during this training block. It's been super exciting, and I can't wait to get out to Spain now, to be honest with you, mainly for the weather more than anything, but I just can't wait to get out there and race over there. Fingers crossed for good health, and we'll see if we can do better than what we did in Barcelona last year. If you're interested in seeing how either of the two race vlogs went, or the races went, check out the two race vlogs. I'll leave the Boddington 10 up here, the Linda Franks down here. That's the sort of shape we're in. I'm excited to take that into Spain, and we'll see what we can do. I'll see you guys over on one of those.